Excellent. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us for today's session on showing you how Results CRM works with Constant Contact. I have the agenda on the screen here. What we're going to be going through today is we're going to talk about our strategic partnerships, Results strategic partnership with Constant Contact. We're going to talk about the benefits of that integration. We're going to then go ahead and talk about your new Constant Contact accounts that were created last week, and you got to receive the email about those. And then we're going to go through an actual live demonstration of using Results and the integration with Constant Contact, and we're going to show you how Constant Contact works. Anna Maria from the Constant Contact team will be going through that portion with you. First, one quick administrative item for you. Please be aware. There's a little bit of background noise. If we can mute that, would be great. Okay, so please be aware that there is a couple of admin items. Please be aware that there's a control panel on the right-hand side from your webinar service, that's a Citrix service. Please know that you have a section there called Questions. And you can click on that plus sign to open the questions area. Please put any of your questions that you have throughout the presentation in that area, and we will respond to those throughout the presentation. There's a number of people monitoring that, those questions, and some of them will also be repeated at the end of the presentation for the benefit of others on the call that might have similar questions or thinking, having the same thought. The other point to bring to your attention, in case you have not used GoToWebinar before, the control panel is pretty monstrous and actually gets in the way. So if you look on the top left corner of that screen, there's an orange arrow pointing to the right side. If you click on that, that will collapse the control panel area. Whenever you want to ask a question, though, you can click on that orange arrow now pointing to the left side again, and that will open up the control panel, giving you access to the area where you can type up your questions. So, ready to go ahead and get started? We have a lot of things to cover with you today. So the first item that I would like to let you know about is that we're very excited. Results Software and Constant Contact have worked together since early January of this year on putting together a partnership agreement, and the whole purpose of that is to give both of our customers more abilities to do email marketing campaigns and do the proper follow-up and manage the business relationships in a constructive and effective way, so you can get so you can build up your business and grow your business with that capability. So the Constant Contact and Results have been around for a long time. We're both established award-winning companies. We are very strongly focused towards small businesses and associations, and we have found that the deep integration that has been created between our two products, really by combining them together, you're going to be able to do so much more than trying to use either tool separately. And that's what we're going to be demonstrating for you today through the different sections of this presentation. Regarding the benefits that you're going to get out of this integration, there are 5 main areas to focus on. There's going to be the ability for you to take your existing Results contacts, because you already have invested and are using Results day in, day out today. You're going to take those existing Results contacts, and we're going to show you step-by-step how you do that, and build from them a target list, who you're going to be sending the specific message to. The next aspect of that same step-by-step demonstration is showing you the various ways in which you can identify the different sets of records based on what campaign you're sending. So are we going to be including customers? Are we going to be including vendors? Are we going to be targeting prospects? And which of those subsets of lists might we add or remove from who we're going to be including in that mailing? So you'll see that live today, step-by-step. The next aspect is receiving the Constant Contact reports, but instead of having to go to the Constant Contact tool itself, which you can always do to see what happened with that campaign, how many people received it, how many people opened it, how many people interacted with it. You're not going to be able to do that directly from within the Results product itself. The next main benefit of this integration is the ability to then look at who read the email that you sent, who clicked on what article, maybe in a newsletter or if you have multiple links within the campaign that you send. As Anna Maria will show you how how email campaigns can be created and best practices around those, you can now identify not only whether they opened or read or engaged the marketing campaign you send them, but what is it within that campaign that they were most interested in? What did they click on? What did they do within that campaign? And so the ability for you then to make a decisive decision on how to follow up or how to interact with the results or the outcome of that campaign becomes critical, and you're able to affect that directly from within Results CRM itself. And the last aspect is doing the ability of what we call sometimes reverse lookup. You can go to a contact record that you're about to talk to or interact with and find out quickly and instantly what campaigns did they receive from you and how they interacted with them. So you might have sent 30 or 40 campaigns throughout the year, marketing campaigns, and maybe the person you're about to talk to only was on the receiving end of 3 or 4 of those. Wouldn't it be great to just look and know how was that person how that person was reached by your organization and whether they read or interacted with that campaign you sent them? So you'll be able to do that instantly from results, and we'll show you examples of exactly how to do that. And the last item before we go into the live demo is to talk to you specifically about the new constant account that you received. The letter that you received last Tuesday was very detailed about those, so this is just a quick summary of this. We have targeted 200 of our clients and had offered this great gift in a way of ability to work for a full year in the constant contact email campaigns using this subscription. And so basically the details are there, and just a quick highlights of that. This is the basic constant contact subscription, is what the Results software is covering for you on a monthly basis. The dollar value of that is $15 a month, so we will make that payment on your behalf for your account. And that basic constant contact subscription covers unlimited email campaigns up to 500 unique contacts within using the constant contact engine itself. And we will pay that bill for you for the upcoming full year, 12 months of payments that we will take care of for you. Now, as Anna Maria is going to show you, Results CRM interacts with email campaigns directly. That's where the integration is. But the constant contact tool doesn't stop with email campaigns only. You are able to do event tracking. You're able to do surveys. You're able to do quite a few more things because of the powerful engine that the constant contact represents. And so you'll be able to, if you decide to, use those additional services, and then you will cover that bill, that portion of the bill yourself, or if you go over the 500 unique names because you're going to do larger campaigns or different campaigns, you're welcome to do that. The account is set up for you to use it any way that makes most sense to your organization. The point is that we are covering for you a full year of the basic subscription. So any questions that you have on that, please submit them into the questions area, and we will cover those at the end of the call. At this point, we're ready to start with a step-by-step presentation and demo. So I'm going to take the first step with the first step of the multi-step-by-step that we're going to cover for you today. I will do the first one of those for you. And in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and talk and show you step-by-step of how you would create a campaign within an email list for preparing for an email marketing campaign out of the Results as a step number 1, and then that list is going to become available in your constant contact account, and Anna Maria is going to be showing you not only how to create the campaign itself, the letter, the newsletter, or the promotion you're going to send out, or any kind of thing that you would want to send as a mass mailing to your target list. And then you'll be able to take that design and associated with that list that we're going to create in Results and send the campaign out. So what I'm going to do first then is switch out of the Results from the presentation itself and switch over to the Results CRM system to show you step-by-step how you would create that. So All of you will have the results system or existing accounts that have the results system. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm using the latest version, 2014. That's the one we shipped last week. Many of you have already upgraded, and those that have not, this functionality has been in results since 2010. So effectively, just about any version of results you're using should have this constant contact integration. So here's how you'd use it. First, just to make sure we're all on the same page, your contact list is you can access that directly from your main menu, and you would have the managed list capability. And so your list is made out of multiple types of contacts, some maybe clients, vendors, and then typically what you would have done within the ability to search for data is you would have created those name searches. The name searches allows you to find, for example, show me my clients, all the active clients in the system. It doesn't matter how complex that search is. This is really, in this case, in this sample data, you have 64 active clients. There might be an entry here for show me my vendors. And when you click on apply, you'll find out that there's 41. By the way, this is not any different than what you typically see on your home page. So when you're looking at your home page, you would have seen those counts of number of records based on the different searches you've done. And so vendors, prospects, maybe you would have a list of additional searches that have already been built, maybe people that have a balance due. So you can take a list of that and find the customers that owe you money, as an example. So these are different name searches that have already been built and sitting in your system. Now we can take those and leverage them in building, for example, a target marketing. The idea of target marketing is the fact that you will design a mailing and you will decide who's going to be receiving that mailing. So when you go to the context menu and results, you would go all the way to the right side here under the context menu, and you'll see the various things we integrate with on the contact level, including Outlook, and one of them then is going to be constant contact. So at this point, this is where we get started. And the first portion that I'm going to work with you on is building that list where we're going to send a marketing campaign to. And so let's go ahead here and click on the drop-down, and we'll have an option that says click and create a new list. So let's go ahead and call this list Results June Newsletter. And this will allow you to remember or note the what this mailing was about, who's going to be included in that mailing. And so effectively you can do a copy and paste in here to have that, and basically that becomes the description at the same time. It's descriptive enough to give you that information, but you can maybe add something like sent on 5/19/2014, whatever other information you might want to put in the description beyond the unique name. And this name is important because this is what you're going to see in constant contact when you go and decide to whom are you going to be sending that mailing that you prepare. At this point, we're going to click Save. And so the next decision is what record or records will be included in that list that we're going to send the mailing to, the newsletter to. So let's start with, we're going to send a newsletter. Let's start with sending the newsletter to all our customers. That seems like a very good approach. So we're going to click on the drop-down. Remember that name search? You're very familiar with those. They're on your home page. They're in your advanced search. They're when you do reports. These are the lists that have been created within your system. And so in this case, we're going to say all clients. By the way, you can make a decision to also include associate records. Remember, in results, associate records are additional entities you know at the organization, or you can exclude those. That's totally up to you and regarding who you're going to include in that newsletter. It's good to include everybody in the company, so we're going to include the associates. We're going to now come down here and say, add records that meet the search criteria to the list. We're simply going to click that button. It will let us know, actually this one's very quickly because this is a smaller sample file. It built it very quickly and let us know that at this point we need to click on this button to review that list if we want to. So we can click on this tab to let us know the names that have already been added to this. By the way, all of those are sortable, so you can resort based on any of those columns if you need to and review the list. and then be able to know who's going to be included based on that initial search. But we're not done. We could submit this list. We're not done yet, because I'm going to show you something else you can do. You can go ahead and add another list in here. So in addition to the clients, we're going to come in here and say, I also would like to send my newsletter to the prospect. If somebody's considering my business to do business with me and considering that engagement, wouldn't it be great if we keep them informed of our news with the newsletter? So we're going to go find all the prospects, and we're going to also add them to that list. So right now, this list is going to be a cumulative list of not just our clients, but also any prospects in the system have been added to this temporary list being built that we're just about to send over to Constant Contact. Let me show you one more thing that's extremely powerful. Let's say you decide, you probably won't do this in real life, but let's say you decide those that owe you money, the ones with a balance due, you're not going to share your news with them. You're not really too happy with them. So let's go ahead and take the subset list of clients that have a balance due as an example and say, I would like to remove them from this list. So by clicking this button, the system will go find any of those individuals and remove them from that mailing. So this mailing is now your clients, your prospects, less the people that owe you money. And by the way, while you're reviewing this list up here, you can decide that maybe, you know what, Christina, we're not going to include in that mailing. There's a reason why we want to just not have a communication directly through newsletter. We're going to send a private mailing for her, or we're going to make a call or have a meeting with her. We're going to take her a personal copy of it. So I can individually remove that record or records from the list. I can go ahead and select more than one account, and if I want to, selectively remove them from that list. So effectively, this is a custom list built on multiple quickly found criteria that you can use interactively. You can stack and add those records and remove who you don't want. And now that we are ready to say, okay, we're happy with this list, we're going to submit it to Constant Contact. So whoever builds that campaign is going to be able to match to that list and send the newsletter to the Results of June newsletter. Right now, when I click this button to say send it to Constant Contact, it went and checked whether that list already exists in there. Since it's not in Constant Contact, it's going to say, I can automatically create it for you. And we're going to say, yes, proceed to do that. And you're going to see a count here of the records as they are being uploaded. And this is taking your records from your system up here and making a copy of each of the records that you decide you're going to send, and send them over directly to Constant Contact. And that list, under the name of Results of June newsletter, will be then, that's it, the upload is complete. That list is now under that name, sitting in the Constant Contact. Well, it's an exciting opportunity for us to switch you over to Anna Maria right now, who will show you the Constant Contact interface, account, and what you can do with it. Anna Maria, all yours.
No, thank you so much, Sam. That was awesome, and I am super excited that we're going to be able to integrate our systems together and make getting and sending emails very, very, very easy. So that's great. So I want to officially welcome everybody here today. Once again, my name is Anna Maria Soriano. I am in the training and development department here in Constant Contact. And my sidekick in the background is here as well. It's Jill. So I want to remind you to find that option for questions in the question box. So as Sam had mentioned, what is going to happen is your list is going to be, now I have many lists here because this is my demonstration account, but your list is going to be listed and it's going to come right into your account. So when you log right in here, your list will be pre-populated here and your contacts will already come in under that contact section. But I'm going to start from scratch. So I'm going to go back to the home page on top of my screen here. And this is what it looks like on the inside of Constant Contact. Now, like Sam had mentioned, although we're going to focus on the email portion of our product, I want to let you know there are lots of things that you can do, things if you will, here at Constant Contact to get the word out. So depending on what your business type is, I'm going to give you a brief description of some of the other products that we have. For example, and this is great because everything that you do, you can do it all in one place. All of your contacts will be in here, and you're going to be able to provide them lots of different marketing options right from one account. So for example, if you have a Facebook page and you want to drive more likes to it, and I'm sure you've seen this out there on the internet before, like my page and get this, and like my page and enter this contest, or whatever it might be. You have a white paper you want to share with them. Our social campaigns product is going to allow you to be able to do that. So you'll see tabs up here for our other products, and you can just click in there. You can start trials of them and test them out. Another product that we have is really awesome. Maybe many of you are doing daily deals, and I love this product. It's all be tied into one place, and there's been so much talk about products that have that have brought small businesses down, because so many of these coupons and things got sold and they couldn't follow up, or they did so well. So this is really awesome. It's called our social deals, our offers option. And what I love about this is that the most we'll ever take from any type of a daily deal would be $3. So it's $1, $2, or $3. Many of you may be holding events, and we have a very powerful product called Event Spot, so that you can not only take payments for registrations of events, whether they're online or live in person, and get a link for it that you can promote elsewhere. So that's a really exciting product. And also, I don't have to tell you, you go into any store these days, and what's going to happen? You're going to get a receipt, and the person at the cashier is going to say, hey, here's our survey, enter to win $5,000 or whatever it might be. So built right into Constant Contact, just like those big stores do. You're going to have at your disposal the option to create a survey to get feedback. And I always suggest a survey once a month to just the folks you did business with that month. So lots of tools, but we're going to focus on our email marketing product suite. As I mentioned, you can choose to open a free trial with any one of these products. Okay, so looking back on the home page, when you log into your account from our home page, you will see an overview as to what recent work you've done, how many total contacts you have, some shortcuts to do other things. And I want to show you how easy and quickly you can create an email and share some tools along the way as well. So I'm going to click on this email tab, and I'm going to come to the right, and I'm going to click on Create an Email. Now, what is awesome about this is that there are over 400 different layouts of templates in here, and these templates are totally customizable. So you can see we have all types, we have holidays, we have themes that you can search by, even how the layout looks. But what I'm going to focus on today is a newsletter template. And this particular template, you can see I'm going to hover over, and you can certainly click a preview button and look at a little bit closer at them and how you might want to build them. But I'm going to go in and select that particular layout. Now, what I'm going to show you here is much more than just a way to send out emails. A Constant Contact is called, what this product is called email marketing, because it's a very powerful marketing tool. Some people say, well, I can mail through any product. Why would I want to use Constant Contact? You're going to be able to see the results of what you send, and you're going to be able to have people have a call to action as well as have a very great looking email. So let's go over some of those features. When you select your template, I always recommend you start at the top and you work your way down through your email. You're going to want to hop right in here, but I don't want you to do that. And the reason is, if you look at the top of the email, here it will say customize your campaign. And if you hover over this little area where the pencil is, it tells you to click to edit the email name. This is the name of your email that you're creating today that only you see. And you want to be able to look back at your results and know what you created. It will always default to today's date and time. But I don't know about you, or Sam, even you, what did you have for lunch 3 days ago? So when you look back on your results, you're going to want to know, this is the name of the email we are creating today. So maybe you want to say June's newsletter. Again, this is just for your record within your account. So when you look back at your results, you'll be able to pinpoint the one that you want to find here and how it did. The other reason that I always want you to start at the top and work your way down and resist that urge to get right on the bottom here is because I never, ever, we're located just outside the Boston area, so as I say, never, ever, do I want you to go past this block. This is the header options block. can see when we hover over, it will tell you the name of the block as well. The reason that I never want you to go past this block is because as wonderful as the information that is going to be in here and as great as your email is going to look, this is the first thing that people see before they open your email. This is going to be the differentiating factor as to whether they're going to do what you and I do all the time. And what's that? Delete. Absolutely. This is, as I said, the most important part. I'm going to click this pencil icon here and talk about this a little bit because I don't just want you to get in here and fill out this, and I'm going to show you how to push the buttons. I want you to do it the right way. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to get the best results. Once again, first thing that people see. So when I'm in here, you can see it's the subject line, it's the from name, it's the from email address, and some other options in here. So let's take a moment to talk about this subject line area. And when this webinar is over, what I want you to do is do a little homework. I want you to look at your inbox on your phone. I'm sure you're reading your emails on your phone. God knows all hours of the day and night, right? Or in your inbox on your computer. And what do you see? Do you see the subject line and the from email address? I'll bet you on your phone you only see the subject line and the from name. All of this should be highly recognizable as coming from your company. So here, you want to make it with less than, I would say less than 30 characters. And again, do your homework. How does your subject line display on your phone? How many characters do you see? Keep that in mind so that what you're getting is clear, concise, to the point, and they'll get the message right when they look at it. So also, you want to stay away from things like all capitals, lots of punctuation, the word sale, the word free. In fact, more homework. You didn't think I was going to give you homework today, did you? More homework. I want you to go look in your junk folder. You know, that thing that you just empty out every now and then. And you know, you've been in there, I'm sure, once or twice. Stay away from anything that looks like that. Your computer and people's computers that are getting your emails have individual filters on them. In Constant Contact has a wonderful reputation as a legitimate sender. We get to the inboxes at almost 100%. But people have individual filters. They're junk folders. They're spam folders. And they can, even though we get those great results, what is in your subject line can still drive you into those junk and spam folders. So very important. So again, make sure the name of your company is clearly located in here. There should be no doubt when they're looking down that long list like you and I do, who's it from, delete. You want to get them here. And then, of course, whatever the body of that subject line would be. So, again, keep it short, to the point. The from name. Now, this is really awesome. You can see this particular account automatically put my name in there. But if I was sending an email on behalf of Constant Contact, chances are they're all, not much as I'd like to think so, they're all not going to know me by name, right? So here, it should also represent the name of your company. And when you look at your inbox again, does it show subject line, from name? Sometimes that's all you get. And if they don't know the name of the person directly, company name should go there. From email address, once again, highly recognizable. Your company name should be in this email address as well. So take some time, think about it, look at your inbox, look how things are displayed. You're going to get best results that way. Those are just a few of our tips. We have lots of tips online. Using the from email address as a reply to is pre-checked. The permission reminder, great option here. You don't have to turn this on. We are keeping you compliant with the anti-spam laws. So this is reminding folks they're on your mailing list and you signed up here and you can unsubscribe if you want to. No worries. Keeping you compliant with the anti-spam laws, we have an unsubscribe button on the bottom of every email. Here's a great tool. I always recommend you check this button. Having trouble viewing this email? Click here. Puts a little message on top, which I'll show you in a moment. So that if someone is getting your email has images blocked like my Outlook had done initially, or on my phone, if I can't see pictures, it's going to put that message and open your email up as a web page. Now, another great feature here, built in, no added cost to your Constant Contact account, lots of ways to get some social play. So in addition to sending your email to your email recipients, you can get it up on social. Let me say okay, and I'll tell you what that does. We'll assume that's all set, as we say here in Boston, and ready to go. There's that social share bar. So let me explain this. if you send your email to me and you've got a great promotion, and I know my friends love your place as well and your business, and I want to be able to take the email that you sent to me and share that up on my Facebook page. I can do that. Or LinkedIn or Twitter or many of the others. Really cool option to get your email up to my 200-something followers. Or think about that. So when you're creating your email, think about that and get some better results. All right, let's move down a little bit. We're going to focus a little bit on these blocks. As you can see, templates broken down into all these different sections. And basic concept is you build a block at a time. They all work the same way. On the outskirts of the template, you're going to see options in here to be able to adjust colors and things. Every color in this template right here is now represented on the outside. And more than likely, you're going to want to have this represent the same look and feel as your website or whatever your branding may be. And you can do that. Let me show you. Each one of these areas has this little box here. And this is where you can adjust the color, for example, to the outer background, which is currently set to white. So if I click in here, now you can find a color here that matches your website pretty closely. Let's say it's this pretty purple. Look at that. The color changes. But maybe, just maybe, you want to match it exactly. So take this pen and get your pen and paper handy. I'm going to give you a quick tip. There's a program that is called ColorCop, ColorCop, and I have it on my computer. I've had it here for a number of years. It's a free download. We're not associated with it, and it hasn't messed up anything on my computer all these years either. ColorCop.net. When you download it and you have it on your computer and you open it up, watch this. Any color on your web, you could pull up your website and any color located on the web, when you drag that little eyedropper over, just like I did, you're going to see the number associated with that color, which you can then highlight. So I'll go to the blue so you can see the difference in here. So I'll hover over that blue. I now know that's the number associated with that exact color. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go back into this block here. Here, go to More Colors, and I'm going to put that number right in there and say Done. Look at that. There's a little tip, colorcop.net, to really make this look like your own. Let's get into the blocks. This particular block is called the Header Options block. I'm going to click the pencil icon. That's to edit the block. And I'm going to go back here and just show you these icons again. Physically, you can drag and drop the block around on the page. The pencil icon, if you hover over these blocks, they'll tell you what they do to edit the block. You can copy the block if you like to make another block right on the template. Or, you know what? This particular template, I only want to have 2 articles. You can literally click the X sign, pop it right off your template. So let's get back in here. We're going to edit the block. I'm going to show you all the tools that you have available. I'm going to close out my ColorCop here on the right. Now look what happened on the outside of the template. And don't get nervous. The rest of the template's all grayed out in here. And this should look really comfy, cozy, and familiar to you because tools, just like a Word doc, opened up here above the block. And literally you can type away. But let's suppose the first thing you want to do is you want to pop in here your logo, right? It's the Header Options block. I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to click it. Notice there's a little wrench here. You can click this and delete it that way and change things around with a little wrench. But I'm just going to click it and say delete right on my keyboard. Now, let's go over how to get my logo up in here. So I'm going to click on the plus sign for the image logo. This is my image library, and there's lots of test pictures that I have in here. How did I get them in there? I went to the right. I clicked on Upload File. Browse, locate the image on your computer. It's going to give you an option to upload it in here. What will happen is it will pop right up in here into your image library as well. Now, I know that I have a Constant Contact logo in here. Yeah, there we go. Once you upload it, it will automatically be placed into this image library area. And you can customize it, or if you know you like it just the way it is, you can insert it right into your template. Let's look at the customize options. So there's that logo, and you know what? Let's see, a little small. You can do things like make it clickable. and go to your browser, copy your web page and put it in there, put a caption in there. So you have lots of options within your image library to be able to insert images and put them in certain places as well. So once they're in there, they're in there. So you have total control of being able to get your images in there. So let's take a look at one of these. We'll try to pick a logo up in here. All right, let's see here. Again, this is my demo account, so lots of different logos and things in here. I'll pop